Hello all. So I got a new wireless USB adapter, and this one was sent to me to review. So I thought I'd do a few tests on it, check out how fast the Wi-Fi speed is on both bands. It's a dual band wireless adapter, so it'll work in the 2.4 and the 5 gigahertz band. And it's called the BrosTrend AC3, and it comes with these two 5 dBi large antennas. And it also comes with a USB extender cradle that can be used. So I'm going to go ahead and take it out of the packaging here. Okay, so this is everything it comes with. It comes with the adapter itself. It's kind of big. It's got a WPS button on it, Wi-Fi protected setup, and it is AC3. It's got these two 5 dBi antennas, which will be good for long range. The size of this will make it good for like a desktop. Well, it could be used on a laptop or anything. Since it's just bigger, these bigger antennas, they'll be able to pick up from farther away, and it would make a pretty good Wi-Fi adapter for a desktop. But that's the Wi-Fi adapter there. These range extenders come in handy. They basically just extend it out. This has a 3-foot cable on it, so you could move it around. And these Wi-Fi extenders make it easy to move around and get a better Wi-Fi signal. So instead of like plugging it into a desktop that's on the floor, you can set it up a little higher, like on top of a desk, and it'll be able to transmit back and forth a lot easier, able to get a better signal. So these can come in handy. They're not required to use. You don't have to use these Wi-Fi extenders, but they can come in handy. And as you see, just one side plugs into a computer, and then the adapter just plugs into the top. And so, like I said, these stands, they're not required to be used. You can just plug it straight into a PC, but they can come in handy in some situations. And the other thing that comes with the unit is also a driver's CD and an installation guide. So I'm going to go ahead and plug it into this laptop and do a few Wi-Fi speed tests on it and see how fast both bands are, the 2.4 gigahertz band and the 5 gigahertz band. So I'm going to switch over to this computer and I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back, and I plugged it in and I logged into the 2.4 gigahertz side of the router, which is the slower side, using 802.11n. And this is the adapter right here. It's using the Realtek 8812AU chipset, and it's an 802.11ac Wi-Fi adapter. So on the slower band, I'm going to go and do a Wi-Fi speed test at speedtest.net, and to see how fast the slow side is. The 2.4 gigahertz side is good to have because it works with all the legacy devices. Plus, it gets better distance in a lot of cases. It could travel farther. But most people will be using the 5 gigahertz side, which I'll be testing next. So that is actually pretty good for the 2.4 gigahertz side. Okay, so I got speeds of 45 megabits per second down and 21 megabits per second up, which is actually pretty good for the older 2.4 gigahertz frequency. So next, I'm going to go ahead and log into the 5 gigahertz side and do another speed test. So I'm going to go and log in here, log into the 5 gigahertz side of this router, and I'm logged into an 802.11ac Netgear Nighthawk router. We'll go ahead and make sure these options changed. And I logged in. So right now I logged into the 5 gigahertz side, and it's running the 802.11ac. So this is the one that most people will be using, and the fast side. So I'm going to go ahead and click go again to test the 5 gigahertz band. And my internet maxes out right around 200 to 225, right around there. So anything close to that is going to be very good for me. And oh yeah, it's getting up there. It's definitely maxing out my connection. So as you can see, this 5 gigahertz side is doing very well. It's got 221 megabits per second down, and it looks like right around 21 megabits per second upload. So that's some pretty good speeds, and about what you can expect from this BrosTrend AC3 adapter. And it looks to make like it would be a good adapter for a desktop. Even though you could use it on a laptop, you'll be having to unplug it and plug it back in a lot, especially with this little extender. But that's about what you can expect from this BrosTrend AC3.